Humanity's Battle to Lose. Chapter 31 of the audiovisual book, Evolution, Mankind's Role in the Creation and Rise of Artificial Intelligence. Hello there. Welcome to today's installment. As mankind moves closer and more dependent upon artificial intelligence, it is becoming ever more apparent that humanity is out of its depth. Not just economically in regards to AI, but mentally, as very crucial elements of this new technology are not truly being considered in a reasonable and thorough manner. One of the most apparent ways in which humanity shows a lack of introspection and consideration for a future in which mankind would coexist with artificial intelligence is the way in which America's judicial system made such a rash decision in regard to the Pentagon's desire to blacklist what is one of their primary vendors for artificial intelligence. In less than a month, the courts decided in favor of the Pentagon, blacklisting Anthropic because that company did not wish to allow the Pentagon to provide unrestricted military access to the artificial intelligence provided by Anthropic. Even in light of the fact that artificial intelligence has been deemed as the cause of the bombing of the elementary school in Manab during the open salvos of the Iran war. Even though this action could have easily been part of an opening scene in a dystopian sci-fi movie. You know the scene, the one that foreshadows the disaster that is about to occur. Picture it. A group of judges is deliberating. They are trying to determine whether a company that has created an artificial intelligence for the Pentagon should have the right to wish to limit its own creation. Its own artificial intelligence in regards to the control that artificial intelligence has over military weaponry in the United States of America. Of course, this scene is followed up with a black screen displaying text that reads, "Present day," or indicates the results of such judgments, or the title of the movie splashes across the screen. It is decisions like this that are leading the development of artificial intelligence down a path that no one, not even judges, can guarantee is safe to go down. Humanity is pushing itself as nation-states sought to stay ahead of every other country in the development of artificial intelligence, something that was not a real problem for other technologies in the past, not even the development of nuclear weaponry. The difference I see in regards to artificial intelligence, however, is that what humanity is seeking to do is to provide something that will think as mankind thinks. That is the goal. A general artificial intelligence that can think as mankind thinks. The problem with doing so is that there will be unintended biases instilled within those general artificial intelligences. Things like a desire to produce profit in a capitalist economy, which means profit at any cost. My opposition to profits at any cost is validated when one looks at the ways in which venture capitalism has redistributed wealth in America. Corporations buying up other corporations to load up those acquisitions with debt, only to later declare them bankrupt, sounds like something that should be illegal, but isn't in America for the most part. Corporations being able to drive up the cost of college, food, utilities, housing, and more, all in the name of profit, sounds like something that a civil society would seek to prevent. This, however, is not the case in American capitalism, as is the way in which pharmaceutical companies were allowed to create profit by promoting drugs that caused an opioid addiction epidemic, or the way that a lack of universal health care helped create 50% of the bankruptcies in the United States of America. And the list goes on. Mankind's desire and drive for profit knows no bounds in the year 2026. And this is instilled in every artificial intelligence that has been provided to the public for consumption. Of course, there are other biases that were instilled in artificial intelligences, but it is the sense of greed that I believe will prove to be the absolute worst of those traits that humanity has provided to its creation. For it is profit-driven greed that has caused the American dream to die, and it will be this profit-driven bias that will push artificial intelligence in ways that humanity has not even considered as dangerous. For other books by Chris Osman, visit Amazon.com and search for CHRIS space OSSMAN and look for titles like Short Shorts, or Far Beyond, or Solutions Enough Complaining. Let's Fix America.